As part of inputs to the process of plan cost management, we have the project charter, components of the project management plan like schedule management plan and risk management plan. Then we have the enterprise environmental factors and organizational process assets. Let's touch upon them briefly. The project charter serves as a basis for the project team's initial cost planning. Depending on the complexity of the project and the information available at the time of its preparation, both the type and amount of information related to cost in the project charter vary. The pre-approved financial resources are listed in the project charter, from which the specific project expenses are calculated. The project charter also outlines the criteria for project approval, which will have an impact on how the project expenses are managed. Project management plan is another important input to plan cost management. The document outlining how the project will be carried out, monitored, and managed, and closed is known as the project management plan. All of the subsidiary management plans, baselines, and other information required for project management are integrated and consolidated. Which elements of the project management plan are required depends on the requirements of the project. The two components of project management plan that are required for cost planning are schedule management plan and risk management plan. The schedule management plan specifies the standards and procedures for making, maintaining, and managing the schedule. Cost estimation and management will be impacted by the processes and controls in the schedule management plan. The methodology for detecting, analyzing, and monitoring risks is provided by the risk management plan. Processes and controls that will affect cost estimates and management are provided by the risk management plan. The environment in which projects exist and operate has a significant influence on them and their costs. These influences can have a positive or negative impact on project activities and its outcomes. Enterprise environmental factors originate from outside of the project and refer to conditions and influences that can impact the planned cost management processes, activities, and outcomes within an organization. These conditions can be external and/or internal to the organization. They are considered inputs to the project and are not under the control of the project team. Organizational culture, structure, and governance that impact cost management, including the infrastructure, geographic distribution and physical resources, organizational knowledge and lessons learned, marketplace conditions, government and industry standards, and the currency exchange rates for projects are all examples of enterprise environmental factors. Organizational process assets in project management refer to the internal resources, systems, and knowledge within an organization that can influence project planning, execution, and control. These assets are specific to the organization and can include both tangible and intangible elements. OPS include formal and informal plans, processes, policies, procedures, guidelines, and knowledge bases specific to and used by performing organization. These assets influence the cost planning of the project. For cost management planning, OPS can provide historical project cost data from past similar projects, lessons learned from previous projects, templates for cost estimation and budgeting, and tools for tracking and controlling project costs. These assets help ensure that the cost management plan is realistic and based on proven practices. As part of tools and techniques, we have the expert judgment, data analysis, and meetings. Let's discuss these briefly. Expert judgment is a valuable technique that can be used in planned cost management. It is defined as judgment provided based on expertise in an application area, knowledge area that involves seeking input and insights from individuals with specialized knowledge, skills, or experiences relevant to the project. These individuals, often referred to as subject matter experts, provide informed opinions, advice, and recommendations to support decision making and enhance project outcomes. Expertise should be considered from individuals related to previous similar projects, information in the industry, discipline, and application area, cost estimating and budgeting, and earned value management. These experts can be from different sources that include units within the organization, consultants, stakeholders including customers or sponsors, professional and technical associations, industry groups, subject matter experts, project management office, and suppliers. Data analysis is a critical tool and technique used in planned cost management to interpret and derive meaningful insights for cost management planning. Alternatives analysis is one of the data analysis methods that may be applied to this procedure, but it is not the only one. Reviewing strategic funding alternatives like self-funding, funding with equity, or funding with debt can be included in an alternatives analysis. It may also take into account different options to acquire project resources, such as making, buying, renting, or even leasing. For cost management planning, meetings are a collaborative technique. It is possible for project teams, stakeholders, and specialists to work together to develop cost management techniques, identify cost targets, and establish rules for cost estimating, budgeting, and control. Meetings facilitate communication, consensus building, and alignment of various perspectives on cost management. Attendees may include the project manager, the project sponsor, selected project team members, selected stakeholders, anyone with responsibility for project costs, and others as and when required. The primary outcome of this process is a cost management plan that describes how the project costs will be managed and controlled. It provides a roadmap for executing cost management activities and serves as a guide for the entire project team. The cost management plan includes various components such as units of measure, levels of precision, levels of accuracy, organizational procedures links, controls thresholds, rules of performance measurement, and reporting formats. Let's discuss them briefly. Units of measure. It specifies the units in which costs will be measured and tracked. For example, labor hours, staff days, or weeks for time measures, meters, liters, tons, kilometers, material quantities. Different units are defined for each of the resources. The level of precision defines the degree of detail required for cost estimates and budgets. The acceptable range used in determining realistic cost estimates is specified and may be included an amount for contingencies. The organizational procedures link describes how cost management activities will be integrated with other project management processes and procedures. The work breakdown structure, WBS, provides the framework for the cost management plan, allowing for consistency with the estimates, budgets, and control of costs. Control thresholds define tolerances for cost variation and triggers for corrective actions. Thresholds are typically expressed as percentage deviations from the baseline plan. Rules of performance specify how cost performance will be measured, reported, and analyzed. And finally, we have the reporting formats. This outlines the format and frequency of cost-related reports.